Um, Coming to you live here, and let me just make Facebook public, and we are going to got a little special event this morning, as you may know, with Amy Wieczorek, a Power of Vision workshop, and we'll let the room fill up here. And I'm making Facebook public, so please share this out, my friends. This is going to be fantastic. It's going to be an hour with Amy Wieczorek on the power of vision. So welcome one and all. I'm seeing the chats coming up now, and I'm actually going to go to a chat screen. And let me just see here. Okay, there we go. All right, Thermite 911. There you go. I love that title, by the way. I love that your title it reveals so much. All right, so welcome one and all. Hey, Darren, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a minute. All right, folks, today is a special show, and I'm gonna get into that here in a moment. But I wanted to I'm gonna introduce you to Amy here shortly. And as we let the room fill up, definitely some breaking news that I'm sure you're all aware of, but it's nothing like that this morning. I'm going to be just sharing with you, introducing you to Amy, and okay. Go. And okay, let me drop that down. Okay, there we go. Just so everybody knows what's going on. Good morning, everybody. Yes, you good. You're queued on the Zoom, and we're going to enter into the Zoom. Right now, we're having about 130 in the room. Good morning, everybody. I know this is an odd time for me. I actually do plan on doing some things in the morning with you here in the near future. This particular morning, though, I'm going to introduce you to my love, my dear Amy Wieczorek, who does coaching for a living, and coaches some really top corporations and executives, and she has a lot that she can share with you, and I look forward to you doing that. Pat, happy birthday. Mirror year. I was born in 56, and today I turned 65. Happy birthday, Pat. Happy birthday to you. Now, Amy, I am going to bring you on to the show here, and let me just do that here.
Do I find the link? I mean, are you going to send me a?
You are good. You are on right now, and I just have to change from Todd Gedeminski to Amy Wieczorek, and you're all set.
But the Polish hanging in there, hanging strong.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you doing this morning? Looks like the house is a little warmer than the studio right now.
I don't know about that. That's why I'm wrapped up. But yes, got the heater going and the fire.
Awesome.
Trying to get going.
So let me just add you right here, and I want to let the Sneds know what we're doing here. And let me see. And so we are doing a powerful vision workshop with Amy Wieczorek. And this is something that we've shared with the Snedheads before. And to great success for those who took you up on it. This is completely complimentary, and I thank you for offering this to my audience, because this is going to be really fantastic. As I've done this, and I've shared with my audience your inspiration and me actually doing what I had wanted to do for a very long time, and that is speak my truth, speak the truth as I've found it to the masses, and we are doing that. And you were instrumental in me trying to just differentiate what it is I was doing and what I wanted to be doing. And so I'm grateful to you for that and so much more, giving me our daughter. And so I want to just say that you are powerful, you are so professional, and you are so effective at helping so many people get out of their own way, find what it is they truly are called to do and what they feel in their heart they want to do, and helping them do that. You do it with many, many people, many corporations. And so I wanted to introduce you this morning. And then, folks, if you want to stay on the show, you can do that and listen to Amy for the next 50 minutes. But if you want to go to the Zoom, I'll put that in the chat, and you can link on the Zoom so that you can actually interact with Amy directly. Okay? So, Amy, please take it away.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for the kind appreciation. As Dave said, I am Amy Wieczorek, and I am here today to share. Actually, I had planned about 75 minutes, so it'll be quarter past.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
The next hour. That's okay. It'll be about an hour and 5 minutes from now. You know, we might eke it out. Depends on the group.
Sure.
But not much longer. So for the next 75 minutes, I am here to share with you the power of vision and 3 of the several keys that can really help you master your results, help you create the results that you want to in your life. And I know that, you know, Dave comes on and you all gathered, piqued your interest. So in the next 75 minutes, just so you know what you would be staying on for, I am very committed to raising your awareness around the language of success. How are results created? To offer these 3 tools that would help empower you to create a life you love even more than the life you have and are loving currently. And if you're not necessarily loving life, we're going to look at the value of honoring the discontent and embracing our longing and our discontent as the catalyst it can be for getting clarity around what you would love instead. And so this will be somewhat interactive. You will have the opportunity to do a little bit of journaling around these areas of longing and discontent and the visioning. I'm going to take you through a wonderful time machine exercise that is very profound, and to share these tools. So if that is what you are called to do in the next hour and 10, then please, by all means, do as Dave said. You can stay right where you are. However, I don't have a way of connecting with you, but you can simply be on the receiving end, or follow the link and come into the Zoom room. Either way. So I'll give you a minute to land where you want to land.
And I'm going to stay on as well with you. So, folks, I'll be here the whole time. I just wanted to come in and to comment at the corner of the screen, just to. So, if you have any questions for me, you can put them in our chat, and I'd be happy to interact with you there. And I've also, Amy, posted the Zoom link so they can link over to you directly, so that you can actually interact with them.
Okay,
well.
Great. Awesome. I will say, by way of, a soft starter, I'll go ahead, I'll just continue, that the system that I am sharing today has been evolving for nearly 50 years, tapping into universal laws, the art and science of manifestation, if you will. The system was organized and put together by an extraordinary woman named Mary Morrissey. And the system itself is a proven, reliable, repeatable system for creating success for yourself. It has been used by tens of thousands. I'm sure it's even more than that now at the rate she's been going, and certifying people like myself to spread these valuable tools. And if you are choosing to stay and hang on, I invite you to do your best to hit the pause button on all of the distractions, the gajillion things calling for your attention right now, and give yourself the gift of being present for the next hour, and to minimize all those distractions. So do we still have anybody with us, Dave? if everyone is in for being present,
yeah.
Give a little thumbs up, a nod.
We have 220 in this Sned shed here with us. So,
and 2 are coming in the waiting room here, coming in from the waiting room.
Oh, great.
Hello and welcome.
In this Sned. Okay, so mute everybody. And
it looks as if your audio is connected. Welcome, iPad and iPhone, to the Zoom room. And feel free. I'm going to do my best to keep an eye on chat, but Dave, certainly chime in if there's anything that I can address in the moment.
Sure.
And even those present in the Zoom room, feel free to take yourself off of mute and shout out if you have a question.
Yeah, and I'll keep an eye on the chat here.
Shall we? Let's go ahead and dive in. And even if I can't see you, I'm going to ask that you raise your hand and be interactive. Do it for yourself if no one else. So how many of you have a goal that you would like to achieve, an area of your life that you would like to improve? Yeah? For those of us in the Zoom room. Oh, Lorraine. Okay. Hello. You can do a little thumbs up or, yeah. Awesome. Nice. Love it. Okay. So for those of you who might have been transitioning from Dave's room to my room, my intention today is to share powerful tools that will allow you to improve, that will help you to improve your results, the results in your life. And by the time you leave here in an hour's time, you will be empowered with 3 tools that will help you to achieve your goals. You will have greater clarity around your goals and dreams. And you, I trust, will be feeling more confident in your ability to achieve those goals and dreams. You up for that? Welcome the thumbs up and the yeah, everyone down with that?
A lot of thumbs up. A lot of thumbs up over here.
And there's another pardon. Let me see. We've got some people coming in the waiting room. One moment. Giving them a moment to land. Welcome, Richard. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
We just were informed, you all were informed, that in the time that we have, I am very committed to delivering 3 tools that will help you to achieve your goals, greater clarity around your goals and dreams, and feeling more confident in your ability to achieve your goals and dreams. And we all said hooray to that. Now, how many of you have ever had a goal, had something that you achieved in your life where when you embarked on that journey, you weren't quite sure how in the world you were going to do it? You didn't have clarity of every step of the way. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I trust this is true for everyone whose heart is beating. And that, to me, illustrates that we all are far more capable than perhaps we know. Yes? More capable than what seems apparent in the moment. And continuing on with that. Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got someone who said that they like to leave room for God, and this is absolutely a huge component around this, where we get to raise our awareness around who or what we are allowing to have dominion over us. Is it going to be the situation, the circumstances, and the conditions of our lives, of the world, or are we going to align with the divine, the power that beats your heart, God, spirit, universe, however you name that? And when we do that, we are aligning with infinite possibility for sure. So thank you for that, Lorraine. I appreciate that and agree with that. So now, lost my place in thought for a moment, but I'll get it back. Yes, we're all far more capable than we perhaps know or remember in given moments. But what I'm reading and then writing, and then there's someone in the room.
I will tell you this, Am.
You welcome the next person in.
That just roll with
it. Keep forging ahead. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Great.
Can you hear me, Am?
Welcome.
Am.
All right. So now
I will say this, that it can be very distracting with all the messages and all the people reacting. So just roll with it, and then take pauses when you need to. And because I know you're used to handling like 12 to 30 people at a time, and so we're gonna have a couple hundred. So
that's fine. Yeah. And I have also, yes, I just am orienting, but yes, sometimes the numbers are larger too, but more, less, it's fine. Here we are. And now I'm hearing my voice through yours.
I'm gonna mute. There we go.
Okay. Great. Now, how many of you have a challenge currently that in some area of your life, perhaps it's in career, discontent there, relationships, with your health and well-being, with your financial situation? How many have a challenge that you are currently facing? Again, even if I can't see you, put your hand up for yourself. Now, keep your hand up if you would like to be resourced and have a way for that problem to go away. Yes, if you'd really love for that problem to be solved. I'm seeing the thumbs up and the hands up, and yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Now, we live in a world and a universe that speaks to us through two growth signals: our longing and our discontent. And when we experience the feeling of longing, we're desiring something that hasn't yet been created. Yes. And when we're experiencing discontent, we are saying, oh my gosh, no, thank you to what is, right? Our current circumstances. So the longing and discontent are actually catalysts for growth. It is also said that the content of our life is the curriculum for our evolution. So when we can be present to it, acknowledge what we don't like and what we yearn for, while understanding that there's an opportunity to learn from, to gain clarity around, to welcome and engage with it from a higher viewpoint, one that trusts we're heading elsewhere. Dave and I, I think 30 years ago, I crossed the threshold at Agape, a spiritual center, founded by Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. And he has a quote where he says, we are often pushed by pain until we are pulled by a vision. Pushed by pain until we're pulled by a vision. So to the extent that we are being pushed right now by our longing and discontent, it is worthwhile acknowledging. I would like to share with you all a time when I was extremely discontented. And even anguished by my current situation. From the time I was 6 years old, I was ready to be a mom. And I thought that I would just hang in there until I was about 21. And then I would just start having babies one after the other. And so imagine my dismay when I was fast approaching 40 and TikTok, there were no children, let alone no man in my life. Certainly not a man I wanted to partner with, marry, and have children with. So one day, again, as I was fast approaching 40, I had an unexpected meltdown when a dear friend of mine happened to I was in her office talking with her, and there was the proof sheet for her pregnancy photos. And I looked at that and I started to come undone. I mean, just cry and cry. She was like, what on earth is the matter? And I said, I've always believed you can create the life you want. So why doesn't my life look like what I want it to look like? Where are my children? Where is my husband? And she said to me something that really struck me very deeply. While up to that moment in time, I had always asserted, I don't want to compromise. I want the whole package. I want an amazing husband for myself and an amazing father for my children. But she said, don't wait for life to give you what you want. Make it happen yourself. Have a baby on your own. And despite my previous protestations, I said, all right, I will. It felt so right in that moment. And I decided I'm going to have a baby on my own. I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to honor this lifelong yearning, this dream to not only have a child, but to go through the whole thing of being pregnant. I was one of those that always put the watermelon under my shirt and walked around pretending I was pregnant, or a pillow. So I decided I'm going to have a baby on my own. And I started telling everyone. And I've never felt so empowered in my life. And things started to happen in accordance with my decision. I started as an actress to book jobs right and left. I inherited money out of the blue. I was given money from people who thought, I want to get on board with this and I want to help you. I was offered homes to live into, to move into if I needed a place to live with the baby. I had a dear friend offer to provide for education. I mean, I had all these opportunities come my way. And I decided I wasn't giving up on the man, but I wanted to leave the way wide open for him to come into my life. So I opted for choosing a sperm donor, an anonymous sperm donor. And this is what I did. And I was in the midst of this endeavor, this striving to make that happen, happier than ever because I was doing this for myself, giving myself this gift. And I ran into this guy that I had met 2.5 years prior. Yes, when I met this guy, it was like, oh my God, who are you? I felt this burn in my belly and just a kick actually in my solar plexus, like, oh, who are you? But by the end of the night, I dismissed him and, I'm like, oh, never mind. But we continued to run into each other. There was always this fun flirtation, but very different agendas. I'm looking for, hello, the love of my life. And are you going to get married and have children? And, there was a little, while I wasn't blatant with that, there was that undercurrent. Anyway, I will shrink the story down. The long of it is, short of it is, while I was endeavoring to get pregnant, my paths crossed once again with this man named David Snedeker. And he and I once again clicked and hit it off, but I'm on this journey and we talk the whole night away. And he kissed me at the end of the night. A few days later, he calls, we get together, we're playing games, the neighbors, and a moment of, on our own at the end of the night, he says, he starts to kiss me and I blurt out, I might be pregnant. He was like, whoa, all I did was kiss you. And I was like, no, not you, but this is my dream. This is what I'm doing. And he was very supportive and very happy for me. At that point, it had nothing to do with him. And due to other reasons, I had to pause my endeavor, which allowed for medical reason, and I got to have the space and the time to fall in love. And a year and a half later, we decided to become a family and to have our baby, who is now 13, our beautiful little dreamboat. But this story demonstrates the power of listen to what you would love. And despite, are you kidding me? As a single woman, there were all kinds of reasons not to do this. It was scary, but there was this, I call it the grace of certainty, where I knew it's what I came to do and it's what I'm going to do. And I honored that. And the not only did I get all kinds of support in terms of, oh, I'll help you, and here's some money. And my goal was to save up for 6 months maternity leave so I could do that on my own. God also sent the father and the partner that I had always dreamed of. So we are heard and we are listened to, but it's so important for us to have clarity around what we would love and to be willing to trust, to decide for it and go for it. Yes. Yes. All right. So now, as I said, I'm going to be sharing these principles with you and giving you the opportunity. These principles, just so you know, are out of the Dream Builder program, which was created by Mary Morrissey. And she first came into my life, has been my mentor for the last 5.5 years. I am certified through her Brave Thinking Mastery, Brave Thinking Institute. And yes, so if you all are up for and behind me today, creating something even more amazing for your life, just touch your heart and say, I'm in. I'm in. Awesome. So now, let's take a look at, in just a moment, I'm going to share 3 key results, but I want to share a couple of principles before we do that. There's this idea that we can, in fact, live our lives by default, automatic pilot. Here's the hand I was dealt. It is what it is. Let's go with the flow in a way where we feel it's not up to us, versus to align with that power that we spoke about, to harness these and use these tools and principles in a way that helps us to design our lives where we are. The friend I spoke of that said, have a baby on your own, she also quoted David Copperfield. The whether or not I am the hero of this story, these pages will show. That's at the very beginning of the book, David Copperfield. Whether or not I will be the hero of this story, these pages will show. So, who will be the hero or the heroine of your life? And yes, with all due regard, Lorraine, to welcoming in the divine and the co-creation with the power that beats your heart. But it's that willingness to partner that can determine your destiny. Yeah. So I invite each and every one of us to decide to live our life by design. Now let's look at life in dividing it up into 4 different domains for consideration for our longing and discontent, and for consideration of what we would love instead. So we have health and well-being, love and relationships, career/vocation, and time and money freedom. Right now, you have results in each of those areas. Yes, be they what you wish for or not, long for something else, or discontented with. Here's the good news. No matter what the results are or how big of a challenge you feel that you are indeed faced with right now, you absolutely have the power to create the results that you would love to have in your life. I want to play a game, and then I'm going to show you a results formula, and then we'll get into those 3 principles. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment and screen share. Fingers crossed, everyone. For just a moment, I think if I screen share, you're not going to see a part I don't want you to see. So let's do, all right. maybe just close your eyes for a second, everyone. Close your eyes, please. And okay, now you can open them. Are you seeing just numbers exercise?
Yes.
Dave, are you with me?
Yep. Hold on.
Maybe you're not there. Okay.
I am here. Hold on.
All right. Thank you, Richard. That's helpful to see the thumbs up. Okay. So now, what I'm going to have you do is in just a moment, you're going to have 1 minute. And in that 1 minute, I'm going to click this forward. Richard, can you see just the blue part or the bit on the side too? Don't look at the side. Let me do this. Play.
I can just see you right now.
You can't see numbers exercise?
Not right now. It was up earlier. It was up just a minute.
It's showing up on Zoom only, I guess.
Oh, didn't think about this part, Dave.
Okay.
Well, they should. Because they're seeing me, not the numbers.
Go ahead and show that again, because I should be able to see it on the Zoom as well.
I'm showing it now.
Because on one screen, I have you in the Zoom.
Okay.
Dave, you might need to set it to a different screen. I'm on Zoom on my phone, and I have her as a small photo, and then I've got the sheet up here right now.
Okay, maybe it's. Let me exit full screen. Try to share your. So you see it right now, Richard?
Yes.
It's being shared. And now, can you see chat over it as well, Richard? Because I pulled up chat, but
no, I'd have to go. I have to switch over to that. But I just see you and the numbers exercise.
Okay, brilliant. And whoever just wrote something in chat, I can't seem to open it, but.
So do you see what I'm seeing right now? If you no, because you're not in.
Yeah, Teresa chatted, said she sees it too.
Is Teresa in?
That was in chat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Teresa's in Zoom though.
Yeah.
So in terms of the Snedheads in my studio, they're not seeing it, but I should be able to see it. So right now, Amy, you have. Why can't I see it being in Zoom? Is it my view? I have speaker view. I have gallery view.
It's going to be your view, Dave. It's going to be one of those.
And then I have full screen.
Okay, somebody's coming over.
So there's chat.
Another option is if I just take a moment and send you what I'm pulling up, and then you pull it up there.
Perfect.
Would that help?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that'll work.
All right. So thank you for
Rick said we did see it for a moment. When you put up the numbers, the exercise numbers, we did see that. But then we didn't see when you came back to you, that all we saw was you.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the Zoom link in the chat again so folks can come over into the Zoom room. That would be easier to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that again.
And now I'm going to, be careful when you share this, Dave, if you open it, because I don't want people seeing, it's a PowerPoint.
Sure.
I only want them seeing one thing at a time because it's a bit of a reveal.
Okay. So we're just one page. I'll wait until you tell me to go to the next page then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to come back over here to my friends. Oh, somebody else is coming in. Okay.
It's odd that I'm not seeing it on my Zoom. I don't know what that's all about.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Got a lot of windows open here. Let me just look for your email.
It should be there. I sent it on my end. Got another. This better be worth it. It's really.
I know, right?
It's when it's a casual thing, it's pretty cool. So
hey,
a lot of.
By the way, a lot of the Sneds love the story of us and our family, and that was pretty awesome. Okay, still not getting it from you, probably because it's a PowerPoint, and that just takes a little extra time to get through.
All right, but then let me know when it's in.
Why don't you go with it, and then I'll catch up.
Yeah, Oh, go with it. No, no, it's a time thing.
Okay.
I was gonna say I could talk about something else and then we'll come back to this.
Okay.
That gives you a moment to land.
Double check that you
Um,
sent, please. Just to make sure.
Please, I'm looking in sent now. Yes, I didn't put any subject on it, but it's for me. Let me make sure, and it was attached, so it should be there soon. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about the cause of our results. The cause of our results. If we want to know what someone is thinking, we have only to look at the results. If we want to know what someone is thinking, we have only to look at the results they've created, because the two are linked. When you think a thought, if I suggest the thought that, oh my gosh, you look in your bag or you go to your pocket and your wallet's not there. The thought of, oh my gosh, I've lost my wallet is pretty, adrenaline, it rushes through my body, just the panic around, oh my gosh, where did I leave it? And where's my wallet? And then, oh, I find it in the other pocket. What a relief. The thoughts we think create our feelings. They evoke the emotion. And out of our feelings, our actions are born, our actions are determined, or in the case where our actions are required, the actions become infused with the feelings we're feeling. Yeah. And then from that, we get our results. So if I have a limiting belief around what I'm capable of, doesn't feel too good. If I'm, you're screwing, you better not even try, you're going to screw up, or there's really, I'm in a bleak situation. There's really no way. I mean, that's pretty gunky. I feel anxious thinking that thought. And then my actions, I might not even bother taking actions, which then creates the results that I'm not getting ahead, or I'm not getting what I want, and then that reinforces the thought and becomes this emotional loop, the results formula. Now, this begs the question, where do our thoughts come from? And then that reinforce come out of what we're giving our attention to. Where we choose to place our attention starts the whole ball rolling. So it becomes really essential for all of us, as Emerson said, to stand guard at the portal of our mind and to notice whether the thoughts we're thinking, in other words, what we're giving our attention to that's creating these thoughts, is giving us life, is filling us up. We know scientifically that our feelings can be measured. The frequency, for those of you who are engaged with the Healy and Tesla, who said the future of medicine is in frequency, vibration, and energy. So depending on what we're feeling, that determines our vibration. And when we hear about this law of attraction, the ability to the art and science of manifestation, the scientific part of it is the frequency that we draw unto us that which we are a match with frequency wise. And so to be careful of this results formula and to be great guardians for our state of being, and to really notice when we're feeling constricted and burdened and when we feel expansive. Questions or comments about that? And Dave, how are you doing with the questions, comments?
I do have it.
You do have it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm trying to go full screen with it so that you don't see the side ones. And I'll do that here in a second. And
you might be able to, you might play the slideshow if you will.
Yeah. So let me
all right. So let me get everyone on this end synced up. I'm going to bring forward. Close your eyes again, everybody. But you, Dave, can you tell me when I share if you can see just the blue bit or the side bit?
I see the blue bit And then there's side bit. I can see the side bit now.
Okay, so let me, I'm going to put it into, everyone's asleep now. Oh, criminy. Darn. Now I'm trying to, okay, let me do that. Now are you seeing? Oops. Okay. Numbers game, is everybody, so you're at the blue numbers. You can open your eyes, everybody. Here's what's going to happen.
Not seeing it.
You don't see where? You don't see numbers game on my end?
No. And
well, you couldn't see it before, Dave. Your people are going to see it from your end.
But mine disappeared as well.
You know what?
Maybe
it's not meant to be. It really, it's like it's a fun exercise that we do one round of. Let me try to stop sharing now. It's weird when I go full screen. Okay.
Yeah, very.
I'll tell you what you would have experienced. There's an exercise where you're given 60 seconds to achieve a goal. And in that time, we track how well you did. Then I teach you a pattern that illuminates how you could do it more effectively and efficiently. And every single person that takes this, does this, the second time through, when they know the sort of the code to it, their results are far better, far greater. So just imagine that you went through this experience and you were reminded of this when you've got a pattern for success, which is what these principles and tools are. They give us a way forward that is far more empowered. Yes. And so
that was a great exercise in futility and patience and being able to adjust. There you go.
Thank you.
Because that happens all the time. I remember when you did a seminar called Bloopers.
Oh, yeah.
And we used to talk about how Johnny Carson, his funniest moments were when he screwed up a joke or the joke wasn't funny. And then he made it funny. And you talk about how nobody's perfect. So when you make a mistake in your presentation, how to turn that mistake or turn that, you can't flick the PowerPoint forward. So how you work with that and how you make it work for you. And I was, so that comes to mind in our futility of trying to get this on screen.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that. And building on that, there are the facts. And then we get to decide what the facts mean in terms of, oh my gosh, I just messed up. Now I get to decide whether I'm worthless and an idiot and I've wasted all your time and how mortifying and, oh, I should have figured that, all that kind of chatter. Or we can say, oh, well, that's life. Let's move on. So it is really, it's what we make it mean, for sure. And the final point I wanted to make about the results formula is oftentimes we humans are taught by well-meaning everyone, teachers, parents, society, and media, to look to external circumstances to explain why things are the way they are and to explain why things can't be the way we want them to be. We have a whole bunch of because. This is happening because. This is happening because. This is happening because. And again, that gets back to that, who or what are we allowing to have dominion over us? There's an awful lot of evidence, circumstances, conditions, and situations that equal, oh my God, why bother even being here, let alone getting out of bed in the morning? But when we choose, when we recognize that what goes on within our being, which is, by the way, the only thing we have control over, right? Darn it, unfortunately. Then we can begin to change the tide of our lives and to recognize that our mindset and our choices is really the first cause of our results. And it's up to us. Are we going to let the external opinions, situations, conditions, circumstances rule our lives, or are we taking the reins back and taking charge? Which brings us to one of the most important tools is to notice what you're noticing. Notice what you're noticing. Notice what you're feeling. Notice what you're paying attention to. And you follow the trail back to what you're choosing to give your attention to. The more perspectives we have, the more resourceful we are. So when your particular vantage point and focal point is causing such distress and anguish and feeling disempowering, you can decide to look at it from a different angle. Okay, so let's look at these 4 domains of life. And considering, bearing in mind all that we've shared so far, I'd like for you each to grab a journal or at least a paper and pencil. And we're going to do a little life assessment here. So I'm going to present some ideas for you to consider as we look through the different areas of your life. I want you to notice how you feel about these areas of your life. And this is, while I trust there's gratitude for the blessings that are there, this is permission to really be honest and open with yourself about the discontent. Okay, so in the area of health and well-being, what do you notice? What is your, and let's say on a scale of 1 to 5, go ahead and assess yourself in this area, considering the results that you have. How able do you feel to transform your health? Maybe you're relatively healthy with no symptoms, thank God. But you know that there's perhaps more vibrancy and aliveness you could feel. 1 being completely unfulfilled, 5 being awesome. Make note of where you are in regard to health and well-being. Second domain, love and relationships. Consider the results that you are currently experiencing in your love and relationship domain. Maybe you're someone who longs to have a beautiful, deep, fun, passionate relationship with a loving, caring, nurturing partner. You might be someone who simply wants to deepen and expand and have more fun with the relationship you're already in. Notice what you're noticing. Notice what you're feeling in regard to the current results in the domain of love and relationships. 1 being completely unfulfilled, 5, oh my gosh, dream come true. Third area, your vocation. What's your creative expression and career and how you share your gifts in this world? That's what we mean by vocation. Job, vocation. Maybe you are someone who's stuck in a job that you don't like, but you feel just that you're stuck. There's no way out. You might be someone who really likes the work you do, but you'd like there to be more balance. Maybe there are too many hours, or you want more time, freedom with it. 1 to 5, assess yourself, please. And the last domain is time and money freedom. How do you feel about your ability to go and do as you please? How resourced are you? How free do you feel to take time off, to travel, to do what it is you would delight in doing. Maybe it's about having time to donate your energy and gifts to an organization you care very much about, something that matters to you. Maybe it's about having more, maybe you're feeling like you're missing some really significant moments in your life with dear ones, not having enough time for family and friends. And maybe it's the all too often challenge with finances and feeling out of balance, and that it sure would be nice to have more money, and that with more money you'd have more time. So on a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled are you? And then go ahead and tally those results, average those results, look at the overall assessment of your life. And as you consider each of those domains, pay attention. Did you pay attention to the thoughts around those results? Not encouraging any sort of judgment or blame. Your results are neither good nor bad. They are what they are at this point in life, just like your result. The results that you have, merely a reflection of the thoughts that you're thinking. And as I mentioned earlier in the very beginning, that our longing and our discontent are catalysts for growth. They give us, out of the contrast, we get clarity of what you would love more in your life. What would you like less of in your life? And let me ask you this, as you look at some of these areas of discontent or aspects of discontent, how long have you felt this discontent? How long has this particular area of life been sending signals to you? Go ahead and write down your response to that. Now ask yourself this. What does it cost you to maintain these current results? What is it costing you to have this ongoing discontent in your life? And notice in the cases where the cost in one area of your life bleeds over and costs in another area of your life. I am here to tell you that you have the power within you. From this moment on, the past does not determine the future. From this moment on, to create the results that you would love. And it all starts right here with your thoughts, and right here with your heart. So let's look to designing your dream. This is one of this is the first key to mastering your results. It is the secret of dream building. Could you build a dream house without a blueprint? Similarly, could you build your dream life without a blueprint? Taking a moment to consider leaving the discontent aside for the moment, or let it inform what you would love. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s mentor was Howard Thurman. And Howard said to Dr. King, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go do that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. So I would love for your dream to come alive in you. So again, I hope you have more paper to write on. I'm going to take you into a time machine. But before I do, here are a few guideposts. First, I'd like for you to write down clarity is power. Mr. Snedeker, please write down clarity is power. You look like you're going to say something. Dave?
Yep.
Everything
Hold
okay?
on. I lost my screen. Hold on. Clarity is power.
Yes, write that down, please. When you become clear on what you really, really would love to have in your life, and you own that, you name that, you claim that, then you start to see opportunities and resources that you may have otherwise entirely missed. Things seem to appear out of the blue. When I had clarity around, I want a baby, I'm going to have a baby, I will do this. Wow. I mean, in a nanosecond, big, huge waves. And everyone I shared it with such clarity and joy. All that I was met with, even from those who have cause to be concerned the most, like my mom and my sister, like, oh, what are you going to do? We're so on board. They reflected that back to me. So let's design a blueprint for your dream. When I say let us, it's the royal us. This is what I'm going to guide you through. I would like for you, for the purposes of our time together today, to choose one of those areas that calls to you the most. Maybe it's the one where you assess the lowest score, but maybe it's the one where you just feel like, oh, top of the list. So in choosing that one area, turn the focus up on that one area in this next exercise, okay, in the time machine. All right, so in a moment, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write out what you would love the most in this area of your life. And we're going to step into this imaginary time machine. And if you're on your own and you want to really play this to the full, then I'm going to have you do 3 counterclockwise circles, signifying, the shift of time. And we are going to move forward in the future by 3 years. So it will be December 16th, 2024. And in this time span, oh my God, amazing things have happened. We're going to focus on personal. I know we all are desiring big things to happen in the world, and I encourage you to use this for your personal exploration and do it daily for the world. But here's what we're going to do. So in this time, I want you to really embrace the notion that everything, blessings, miracles, fairy dust, whatever gets you there, everything has worked out beyond your wildest dreams perfectly. And during this exercise, I want you to please put the how on hold. It is not your job to hold back or put it through the hopper of, well, is this possible or how would I do it? No, just like I asked in the beginning, you've achieved a goal. Did you know every step? No, we go as far as the light we can see. So right now we're focusing on what you would love. And I want you to write in present tense. And I would love for it to be infused with joy and gratitude. I am so happy and grateful now that my health, I take such great care of myself, and get specific and enliven the senses. What does that look like? I get replenishing sleep each and every night, and I meditate and I pray and I devote and spend time in nature, and I exercise every day, and I hydrate and I fill myself with nourishing food, and I feel younger than ever. And yes, and we want to be careful to speak about what we've created, not give airtime to, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm no longer in pain and that the struggles of the past aren't weighing me down. We don't want to really give attention to that. Do you see and hear the distinction? So some of you may have already started. I'm giving a very long intro. But before we begin, I want you to close your eyes Take a deep, replenishing, cleansing breath in and out through the nose. So we activate the parasympathetic nervous system. And if you want to do the thing, if it speaks to you, to turn 3 circles in time, the rest of you just imagine you've gotten in this time machine and you've been brought forward into the future 3 years from now. Everything you wanted completely worked out. You have all the time and money and resources required. What would you love? If you were assured you could not fail, what would you love? Feel it. Let your imagination run big. I promise I'll be quiet in a second. And write about it. I'm so happy and grateful now that. Describe on paper what you're imagining. And there we have it. That's 2 minutes. Okay, so now I'd like you to write, considering all that you just shared with yourself, this or something greater still. This or something even better still. This or something greater still, this or something better still. Simply acknowledging that we're open to receiving all that there is to be given to us. And sometimes it's out of our scope. But for our highest good, it is this or something better still. All right, so congratulations, you have created on this day, in this moment in time, perhaps you've done it before, but created a life by design. And I wish we had time to go around and share and hear, but just know that this practice is an invaluable one to engage with every single day. I hope you experienced transporting yourself to the feeling tone of already done. Everything's created twice, first in thought, then in form. Everything gets created this way, first in thought and then in form. So we want to be very careful that the thoughts we're thinking are really good ones. Because as we saw with the results formula, if you're thinking that others are out to get you, you will create results that substantiate that. If you're thinking, fill in the blank. I don't want to spend any time with the negative stuff because we've arrived at the positive stuff. So know that with your thinking and steeping yourself in this future ideal outcome, this future dream come true, it has an incredible amount of power. We don't get to our dreams, we come from them. And we come from them by harnessing the power of thought. And to describe it, we activate one part of our brain to think about it, another part to write it down, and another part, the whole brain lights up when we then go ahead and share it. So you may wish to, on your own, say it out loud or share it with someone dear to you. Dave, I'll hear yours later. So very important. That is teaching point number 1, to design your dream. Second is to decide for your dream. I've spoken a bit about this. We all make decisions all throughout our day. What time are you going to get out of bed? Do you get out of bed? What are you going to eat? What will you engage with? There are countless ways in which we are masters of our own destiny. So to use that power and to decide for your dream. The word decide is from the Latin word decidere, meaning cut away. So whatever isn't in support of or aligned with what you've designed for your life, think to engage it. Influence result greatly.
You're breaking up a little bit, Aim.
Audio. What didn't get? Do I need anything?
Just that past sentence.
Sentence. Around, we want to it means cut away. So when we serve that I do, is it serve what I create life, and it's not that I engage it. So you want to make decisions for that are into what design itself. Sense? Did you say
the audio is still breaking up very badly? Can you check your internet connection maybe?
But that internet
actually the Zoom group, are you having any audio problems? Are you hearing any audio problems? Maybe it's just on my connection. Zoom is fine, Teresa says. Okay.
Thank you. Not that we don't let your people. How about there and what?
Yeah, we're still getting really broken up. Yeah, still cutting out, and I have no idea why, but maybe on just the eCam.
Right. On Zoom.
Well,
there's some I've been missing.
What a shame.
Okay, what I can ask.
Hold on. You know what I'm going to do, Aim? Hold on. I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to come back into the Zoom room. So look for me, please. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And Sneds, do you hear me now? Is my audio okay right now? And then I'll go back in. And it's not the mic, Danny. Thank you, but because they're hearing her fine on the Zoom. Try refreshing YouTube. It's yeah, but it's definitely, thank you, remote. Thank you. So are you hearing me okay right now? Great. Okay, now I'll go back in the Zoom, okay, and then I'll get in that way here and see if that solves the problem. Folks, I'm taking this myself. Okay, Amy, we are back with you. No, still having problems. Damn. Hey, yes, and I'm going to send you. Go ahead and talk again, please. Yeah, I'm going to send you a link right now, Amy. I'm going to send you a link. Can you click on that while you have the Zoom? And it's and that might be a solution. You want me to send it to Amazing Life for All? Okay. Hold on. Let me, I've got to cut your, yeah, I have to cut your audio. I'm going to send her, folks, the link that she might be able to come into. What a shame. And you know what? It's the Zoom connection with my system, unfortunately. So I'm sending her the link now. So hopefully we can get this resolved here. Yeah, it's crazy with all the technical abilities that we have that we're still having these kind of problems. So let me see if she can come into the room here, and then she'll be on Zoom and through our eCam. So Amy, if you can click on that link, then I'll let you in, and I should at least be able to get audio with you. Click on that link I just sent you. Okay, Amy at Amazing Life for All. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, it went to the wrong Amy, or the wrong address. Hold on. I have shared your website. Yeah. Complimentary. Yes, I'll let them know. And I just sent it to you now. Yeah. Okay. I just sent it to the email. I can't hear you because of the way you're coming through, but I know the gist of it, folks. If anybody has to jump off, just know that you can reach out to Amy through her website, Amazing Life for All. And I've put it in the chat several times. And please feel free to do that. And she's offering free complimentary sessions, one-on-one. So this is, again, this is free of charge. If you want to engage for a longer session, that's a something, a conversation we'll have. But this is being able to tap into free time with Amy, which is just absolutely invaluable. And there's Amy calling in now. Hello there.
Hello there.
Okay, now.
Hi. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now what?
You just mute yourself, maybe? No, because they need to hear you. Then they wouldn't hear me. Oh dear.
Okay.
All right, love.
Still having the same problem.
So please post the
Thank
Zoom.
you, Rick. Thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate you. And folks, if you want to hear the rest of this, just go over to the Zoom link. And I'm going to mute myself from you, Amy, on the Zoom. I'm going to stay with my folks over here and try to get them over to you. And if they don't, they'll have the links on how they can reach you. Thank you, my dear. I'm so sorry that we had these technical issues. But that was fabulous, and just a taste, just a tip of the iceberg. But it's actually much warmer than an iceberg, an experience with you. So thank you, my dear. I love you. See you in a bit.
Thank you. I love you too. All right. Thank you all. Where was I? So we were talking about the second key, which is the
sorry, my friends, for that. And I'm going to close out on Amy. And I'll drop the links in the chat once again. And I have to I have to jump myself. We have, unfortunately, it's not the headphones, Karen. I do have headphones. This was an issue that was coming through the system. Karen, that wouldn't have been a bad idea for me to try, but I don't have them here with me. I have them in the house. But you're probably right. I need to have them on hand in situations like this. Like, I always bring them in now with Todd and Cindy coming on in case we have that kind of problem, because it quite honestly could have been my, but you should have been hearing her through the system. And so at any rate, my apologies for that. I'm going to drop a few links. And I just, as much as you folks enjoy tapping into me on a nightly basis or a few nights a week, I highly recommend tapping into this woman. And this is, I've always seen the indoctrination as an opportunity for us to expose how we've been enslaved, how humanity's been enslaved. Then I've always seen shattering the indoctrination, right? How we're presently shattering it by exposing it. And then I've seen us stepping into the consecration, the new planet, the new paradigm. And with that in mind, what I offer you is that Amy has, she stays in the consecration the whole time. And that's a part of, stepping into the solutions that I'm offering. Is her frequency, her vibration is, and being able to tap into that, day in and day out, is what keeps me balanced, because I'm down the rabbit holes. I'm in the dark side so much that it's so valuable for us to balance that and know those rabbit holes are there, know that evil is there, but not allow that evil to drag us down and to make us impotent, right? Through depression, through anxiety, through frustration, through fear. That's when the evil has us. And so it's so important to just go through exercises like looking into the future and imagining our future, and it being incredible, because we're not going to have an incredible future unless in the present we are actually looking into the future and seeing that for ourselves, because everything is created twice. Once in our mind and once in reality. And just like making a jump shot in a basketball game, you have to see it going in. You have to see it going in. Because if you go up for that jump shot and you see it missing, you will miss that shot. If you imagine it going in, boom, you have the confidence to take that shot, and you have the ability to make that shot. And that's what this is all about. And that's why I brought this to you. I brought Amy to you. And so please, let me see. That's the guest cam. Let me get the Zoom one more time and drop that for you. But also certainly the Amazing Life for All .com. The website is her website. Rainbow Eagle, thanks Dave Snedeker. Keep the spiritual teachings coming. Been waiting for more of this kind of show for almost 2 years. Amy is vibrating at 432 hertz today for sure. Thank you, Rainbow. Very, very overdue, right? So thank you for your patience, because this has been So glad, Jess. I'm so glad was helpful for you. And yeah, so this is about stepping into the next level, the next frequency, right? So thank you for that. And yeah, Diana, depression can hit anybody with all that's happening, right? So Jess, so glad this resonated with you. And it's so important for us to do this, folks. Hi, Robin, how are you? And yeah, and so tap into this woman. She's going to be doing a workshop that you can be involved in as a group. It's 12 weeks long. She'll tell you all about that, but more importantly is for you to connect with her and figure out where it is you want to go, and if you even wanted to get involved with this type of connection with somebody and with yourself. That's what this is all really about. So, all right, my friends, I love you. I'm going to drop, I'm waiting for Facebook to relaunch. I am having some issues here. So it might have been my system the whole time. I'm going to have to reboot here in a minute, but I'm waiting for Facebook to reboot so I can drop her link in there as well. AmazingLifeForAll.com. That's Amy's website, and so you can click there. You can connect with her there. And that's all. I will see you tonight, folks. We've got a lot going on, so a lot to talk about tonight, and we won't be broadcasting tomorrow night. I am planning on trying to do just a solo thing Saturday. So please try to make it tonight. It's going to be big. And also, if you missed tonight or you want to do this again with Amy, she will be doing this tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tonight before the show, literally she'll go till 6:15, and then you can take a break and then come on to the show. And so, yeah, I love you all. Have a good one. I'm going to just drop that information in the chat with the Zoom. So bear with me. And PST. And let me drop the Zoom link for you. Sorry for those technical problems down the end. She has no problem, by the way, just so you know. Amy does Zoom calls. You know, one of the things that she wanted to be able to do more of is to get there's 146 of you left. Thank you all for hanging out. But one of the things that she designed her life around, she was traveling. Just so you know, so I got to share this part with you. You're gonna love this. So she was traveling. Let's call it 2 years, 3 years ago. Okay, and it was taking her away from me and our daughter. Okay. She would be gone like at least 2 weeks out of the month. She would be gone maybe 3 of those days of those 2 weeks. So a total of maybe 6 days, right? But then there's the travel time, you know, there's the getting her to the airport, getting back from the airport, you know, missing, you know, picking our, waking our daughter up in the morning, making her breakfast, making her lunch for school. You know, missing that part, you know, putting her to bed at night. And so I would do that, you know, and when she traveled. We've never had a nanny. We've never had even a full-time babysitter. We've always just, you know, done it ourselves. And so if I'm gone, she's taking care of business. And if she's gone, I'm taking care of business. So, and thank you, Lucia. Yes, please hit the like button because that helps quite a bit. And thank you guys. Thank you for your feedback. And Drew, also thank you for all the prayers and all the comments on praying. Certainly this is a kind of a different workshop, but Amy incorporates prayer quite a bit into her workshop and into what it is that helps you, get to the place you want to be. So anyway, back to this quick story. So she was not happy being away from home, and she would be traveling to these corporations and meeting with executives, like literally executives of major corporations would sit down at a table across from Amy, and she would walk them through what she just walked you through. Me too, right? Walked us through. But she didn't like being away from home. So she did the 3 times spinning around, clockwise spinning around, and now she's in the future, okay? And she wrote down in the future, I am so happy that I am doing my in-person presentations over Zoom. And I'm doing 3 of those per week with 3 of those per day with executive coaching. And then I'm doing 2 of those per day in private coaching, right? And so I'm able to take Annie to school. I'm able to bring her home from school. I'm able to help her with her homework, And so she wrote all these things and how, I'm able to, watch a show with Dave at night. And, so she's doing all these things. And wouldn't you know it, COVID hits. Now, she certainly didn't wish for that. But do you know that she hasn't traveled for work in 1.5 years? And yet her work hasn't slowed. It did slow for a while because of COVID, is just for everybody. So it slowed definitely. But now it's getting back in the swing of things. And she's traveled once since things have opened back up. But she's doing these calls over Zoom. And so she's here all the time. And so she literally manifested this life for herself, that she can still do all her coaching, which she loves to do, and I'm sure that came across, right? But she's still able to do, like, reach out and touch so many people, and now she's touching even more, because now she can do a Zoom call with multiple people in a room, and get the interaction, get the feedback in a group, and she also does the one-on-one. And she also does the corporate communications teaching, and also dream building within their organization. Because employers, some companies realize that, oh my gosh, if we can help our employees be happier and be more productive, then that's a gift that we're giving them as they give us a gift, right? And so, so she created this. Thank you, Dixie. So, it's so powerful, manifestation. And I'll tell you, my friends, that my story. I was thinking about this show. I was thinking about being able to talk to you every single time I went into my bathroom, because it was it was quiet. I wasn't going to wake up my family at the end of the day. I picked up my phone. I hit that little icon, that little record icon, and I just hit record, and I started talking to you then. 12 years ago, 13 years ago, 14 years ago. I was talking to you then. People say, well, how can you just turn on the microphone and the camera and just start talking? It's like, because I've been doing it for a long time. With you in mind, by the way. Never once was I by myself in that moment. I was talking to thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. And I was picturing myself in front of you. I was picturing myself in an arena speaking to 15,000 people at a time. And that's what's happening. Every single night, I speak to at least 15,000 people a night. Am I in an arena? No. But am I in a theater? Am I in a studio communicating with over 15,000 people every night? Yes. But I had to see it first. I had to see it so vividly that it had to happen. It had to. There was no option. I saw it over and over and over again, and I did it in my mind over and over again so much that there was no way that it wasn't going to happen. And when you realize that's all we have to do, you think to yourself, why didn't I do this sooner? So, all good, my friends. I'm going to, again, drop that Zoom link for tonight at 5 o'clock. If you want to do this, if you missed it and you want to do it live, Amy will be doing it again live. If you want to go back and watch this again, you can certainly do that. That's an option. And then we're going to have a heck of a show for you tonight because it's going to have to last till Monday. And so much going on, and I hope you see that, and I hope you see how we're winning. I really hope you see that because, oh my goodness, so many things are happening that make me look at this and say, thank God. Thank God that we are winning right now. Thank God that we are being heard right now by so many others that we thought were lost, okay, that aren't. And here we go. I'm going to do the whole thing here. I'm going to drop it like it's hot because it is. And yeah, that's all, folks. And trust me, you know, yes, if you want to get involved in a 12-week program, Amy will talk to you about what that is financially. And we'll work with you to make that happen if that's something you really want to make happen. But I want you to know that we wanted to give this to you first of all, more than once, and then she is going to gift you her time, certainly. And even if that's all you did, it would be what a gift it is. It has been for me in my life, and so many people that I know that have worked with Amy. It's been a real gift for them as well. So I'm dropping the Zoom one more time, and I'm also going to drop the website just one more time, and then I'm going to say goodbye because I've got my day job work to do here, and I've got to reach out to some beautiful people about some investment and introduce them to my boss, who is one of the top stock pickers in the world. And that is for Amazing Life, for accredited investors. Okay, my friends, thanks for hanging. Still 139 of you. I love you. You know that. And happy to be on this journey with you and looking forward to seeing you tonight. And I appreciate you, those of you who are liking and subscribing and sharing this. It really makes a difference in our world and in the world of the people that you share it with. So love you all. I love you all so much. And sorry we missed the 7K call last night, my friends, because Nancy is, dealing with COVID right now, and she and her husband. And so I'm going to check in with her here shortly as well. Link not working. That's interesting. Let me try. Oh, well, the link's not going to work now because she closed the room. Okay, so it will only work tonight at 5. 5 p.m. PST for Zoom link. There you go. Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. I didn't want you to get the wrong impression. So that's tonight. Yeah, that's tonight for 5 o'clock. So sorry for that confusion. Tonight at 5, my friends, PST. And you can do this live, or you can go back and watch this again. All right, my friends. And so the 7K, we will resume on Saturday morning with 7K. Much love and light to you all. Be well.